People say there's no such thing as overnight success, but nah, there's no such thing as overnight success, but there is a such thing as overnight awareness. And it usually comes from good habits being performed consistently to this moment of recognition. For example, when I opened up for an SNL comedian doing stand-up, it was after only a few weeks of performing stand-up comedy. So for a lot of people, they're like, whoa, this guy came out of nowhere. But I had actually been writing skits, poems, and performing on stage since I was in elementary school. So the real key to overnight success is staying consistent with certain habits. That's why in this video, I'm gonna share 3 habits that are completely changing my life. First is meditating.
Not another freaking meditation video. I thought this guy was gonna be different.
I know you probably heard a lot about meditation and you know you should be doing it, but I wanna show you how I do it for only 5 minutes a day without any stress. I use an app called Headspace and I use the 5-minute guided meditation. They literally walk you through relaxing your body, taking deep breaths, becoming aware of your surroundings, and focusing on your breath for just a few minutes, and then boom, it's over. Sometimes my mind is talking the entire time, or I get sleepy and I start to doze off, but what matters most is that I keep showing up because this little 5 minutes makes such a big difference in my day. A quick note, Headspace is not sponsoring this video, though I wish they were, but I did leave a link to become my buddy on Headspace. I'm always down to have more meditation friends, so click that link if you're using Headspace or if you'd like to sign up. The second habit is journaling.
Yo, this guy keeps a diary. Loser.
I'll admit, at first, journaling was this fluffy idea to me. And then I remembered, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. And I was at a point where I wanted some different things in my life, so I decided to give it a try. Game changer. I'm not exaggerating at all. It has completely changed my life. When I journal, I'm always more confident and focused during the day, but the biggest benefit is that I'm less negative. I have a tendency to overthink things sometimes. My brain will just imagine the worst possible situation happening from a small interaction or thing that I did. Or I'll beat myself up from something I did in the past and I get in this negative thought loop and I really struggle to get out of it. One of the best ways for me to stop this is being able to see my thoughts and step away from the situation. We get so involved in thinking sometimes it feels like the world is actually going to end. But when we get it down on paper or in an app, we look at it and it's like taking the power away from that thing and realizing it's really not that big a deal. Or if it is a huge deal, we can grasp it better by being able to see it. I used to journal in a physical notebook and I still do every now and then, especially if it's something that I really want to write out physically, but I've been most consistent actually doing it on an app called Nahshon. And if you're not familiar with Nahshon, there's like so much you can do with it. It's insane, but maybe I'll create a video on it. I use it in the morning to get my thoughts down, during the day if something triggers me in some type of way, or just to write what I'm grateful for. And I also use it to do the final habit, setting intentions. This is by far one of the most transformative habits in my life. Oprah calls it being responsible for the energy that you're bringing to the room. Think about the last time you walked into a room, whether it was an office, a classroom, a friend's room, a roommate's room, a child's room, or you got on a Zoom call, like a digital room. Did you think about how you wanted to show up when you got on that call or stepped into that space? Or did you just kind of show up? I know before I was introduced to this concept, I would just walk into spaces, go on the calls, just bringing with me the emotions that I had from my previous interactions. If I was upset, then I was probably upset on that call, or I might project onto people and feel like attacked if someone else had just attacked me before I got into that situation. So what this setting intentions really does is it allows you to let go of anything that happened before that space, before that call, and allows you to come into it with a fresh slate and a fresh idea of how you want to show up as a human. Quite often we have these lofty goals of what we want to be, what we want to do, and all these things we want to have one day, but we forget that we have to bring that into today and now and start showing up as that person right now. I always call this every day is a life. It's such a great reminder that today is a great example of who you're going to be tomorrow. If you keep repeating what you're doing every day right now, it's going to add up to something. There is no overnight success. There's overnight awareness. You become aware of someone or something overnight, but usually it's because of a consistent habit that they've been doing over a period of time. So for us, we need to set intentions of who do I want to be? How do I want to show up? What's the type of person that has the life that I desire to have? And I begin living into that person. It's The same thing they talk about with relationships. Like, I want to be with this type of person. Well, start being the person that the person you want to be with wants to be with. That is the power of intention. For me, just a few words of how I want to show up is supportive, courageous, consistent. I can't be a great content creator creating videos every now and then. I have to keep building the habit, keep building the skill, understand lighting, understand this, understand that. And that's the type of person I am showing up as today. These are 3 habits that are completely changing my life. And I say changing because I am working on keeping with them right now. I miss days, I mess up, but I always bounce back. It's not if you're gonna mess up, it's when you mess up, how are you going to show up? What's your intention for bouncing back from that? So I hope this brought you any value. If it did, please leave it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if this is one of your first times hanging out here. It would really mean a lot as I'm going on this journey. And until next time, please stay inspired, keep setting your intentions, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.